Hey, there it is, for real this time. Welcome in, Kefka. Hope you're doing well today.
Hey,
Now, this is a rather quick run. What kind of do we have in store for us?
well, uh, for those of you unfamiliar with Earthworm Jim 3D, the normal list of requirements to beat the game is extremely large. We are not going to be doing any of those things. So you have a very difficult glitch in store, followed by probably one of the cringiest slash most difficult final boss fights I've ever personally played.
Well, sounds good. The floor is yours, so whenever you're ready, give us a countdown.
Okay, let's hit it. In 3, 2, 1, go. So,
Good luck.
Thank you. So typically the way you go about beating this game is you go to 4 different areas and you collect a whole bunch of different stuff, and all that opens the final boss door. You know, your typical collectathon kind of game. Not with this game though. With any percent on this particular game, there's 2 ways to go about it. Number 1 is to just go out of bounds and get straight to the final boss. Number 2 is you can actually do a credits warp. Nobody's ever managed to perform the credits warp RTA, so we're not even going to bother, but the out of bounds works like this. You come over to this door frame, and we have to get a very precise super jump to get off of some geometry up to the right. You'll kind of see where I'm going once we get up there. So notice how I got the jump, but I turned back around. Jim got stuck against the door frame. This trick might take a few moments. It's usually about how this trick goes. It's very difficult to do. Most runners of the game consider this to be the most difficult trick in the game. The hardest part about it is just making sure you don't fall like that. It's very easy to come off to the edge of this kind of tricky collision here and just fall. We just about had it there. Notice that Jim kind of got stuck. Let's see here. Come on, Jim. Oh, so close. So more or less, once we have to do a perfectly timed hover after doing a super jump to get up here. It's worth mentioning that in my PB, I get this second try, but it's one of those tricks that's like so difficult, sometimes you just can't get it immediately. Come on. I highly encourage people at home to try this trick for themselves too. It makes a pretty cool run, number 1, because it's really short and there's not a lot to it. But this trick alone is the real kicker. The world record for this category is 3 minutes and 40 seconds as it gets the trick first try. My PB is 4 minutes and 2 seconds. Oh, come on. Get on up there, Jim. Be good for me. Once we get up there, though, the run truly begins. Or at least in a more traditional sense.
Yeah, this looks tricky.
It's extremely tricky. The good news is my estimate's very safe for this exact eventuality, which can happen and is happening, and that trying to get up on top of this thing is very, very hard. Makes it a very not unsafe marathon run, but nerve-wracking, I guess is the right term. Come on, Jim. Come on, Jim. There we go. Oh, so essentially though, when doing de-rusts of this, I would see times anywhere between like 5 minutes and 8 minutes for each run. And pretty much all of the variance was just how quick could I get through this particular trick. And the cool part about this trick is that once you get it, it looks really, really nice. We're trying to get on top of some collision that's above the area that I'm jumping towards. Basically, it's going to allow us to jump up and over and out of bounds to go straight to the final boss. And it varies so much too. Like the last marathon I did this in, I got this trick, I think it's like second or third try. Then the first marathon I did this in was much like this. It just wouldn't cooperate in the slightest, per usual. What we really have to hope on is that the last boss gives us some pretty good luck as well. Granted, it's not all luck, obviously, but there are some luck components that we really want to go well. Come on, Jim. Man. I would love for Jim to get on up there. Please, please. Again, very close there. Notice how we kind of got stuck on the collision. I have to agree with Quill. Play taps on my trombone to bury this run. It's not going well. Which is interesting because out of the like 5 no resets I did yesterday, none of them, every single one of them got in within about 5 or 6 attempts. So you're getting to see some salt. There it is. Oh my goodness. Please, Jim. We don't have all day here. There we go. There we go. My goodness. So sorry about that. It's one of those tricks that's kind of like... I'm sure y'all can remember the days before the cannonless setup in Mario 64, where, you know, you get to cannonless and you reset, you get to cannonless and you reset. And it's kind of like that, honestly. It's one of those just very difficult tricks. You can derust it all you want. Sometimes it just doesn't want to go well. Part of the problem is the frame perfect super jump. You have to, when you jump in the air, you can press A again to get like a head twirl sort of animation, and you have to do that at literally like the perfect moment in order to have enough distance to get on top. And if you do it slightly sooner or slightly later, you won't have enough height either. So it's very, very tricky. Anyway, this is the final boss, Earthworm Kim. These boss fights are absolutely infuriating. It's a bit of an RNG circus. Probably the best term I know for it. So, pretty much, we have to collect all 100 of these blue marbles that are floating around the battle arena here. Getting hit kind of stunk, but we can work with it. We don't want to get too close to Kim, because if we get too close to Kim, then she has this gimmick where we kind of like transform into her, and we'll literally just continually hemorrhage our marbles. What makes these boss fights really annoying is the fact that, okay, notice I shot 2 missiles at Kim, and neither of them hit. If one of them would have hit, you would have heard her say, ow. We heard nothing because nothing hit. Okay, one of those hit. Okay, she's really close, so we're going to get out of there. Alright, so we want to keep 2 missiles on us pretty much at all times. Unfortunately, to get the rest of the marbles, we are going to have to do exactly what it looks like, which is... Oh, no, okay, so we get to show off this mechanic. Notice how we've turned into Kim, because we got too close. And as such, made Jim continually drain marbles. Any marbles that we pick up during that time, Kim will also collect, and we don't want her to have marbles, obviously. We want her to take damage and to not have marbles, obviously. So this boss fight, though, has a lot of RNG components. And on top of having a lot of RNG components, it's also just difficult in general. So notice, neither of those missiles hit. part of the reason for that is that Kim was directly in line with us. The easiest way to hit Kim, so I've noticed, is to try and shoot from behind her and stagger your missile shots best you can, so that she's running away from your missiles. Like so. Okay, one hit, not bad. Whoa. Okay, so just about when it ran into us there, which would have been really bad, obviously. Okay. Another hit. I'm trying to keep the middle missile collected here, because I don't want Kim to be in the middle of the map. I want her to segment herself to the sides so that I can shoot her from behind, like so. Granted, we missed. Ooh, that's unfortunate. It's okay. I would rather take a hit than get transformed into Kim. If I'm taking a hit, I'm losing marbles, which stinks. But more importantly, she's not gaining marbles. And yes, that is a pig. For those in chat, this is every boss in the game has this particular mechanic. It's called pork boarding, or pig surfing, if you will. It's very infuriating. It's worth mentioning that I am playing on the PC version of the game. The PC of the version of the game is much easier to play in these boss fight segments. Whoa! Oh no! That's really bad. So Kim transformed into me just in time for me to shoot myself in the face with her being transformed into me. So that's fun. Let's grab this missile. And grab this marble over here. Come on, please work. Nope. Okay, no, it actually did hit her. Really didn't expect it to, but I'm glad it did. We're gonna go ahead and shoot out of there. The marbles, the point of collecting these marbles is to finish the fight. In order to win, we have to get all 100. A little bit easier said than done. I usually find, though, that once you get some momentum, which we're starting to, it tends to clean itself up pretty quickly. The biggest challenge with getting all the marbles isn't more so collecting them or even really avoiding taking damage or dying or anything like that. The biggest issue... Oh, no. Oh, this isn't good. Sometimes Kim will do this. This is extremely unfortunate. That's good. At least we got a hit. Notice how Kim doesn't have very many marbles. There we go. Alright. So we're actually in pretty good shape right now. It may not look like it, but we are. The fact that Kim doesn't have very many marbles bodes very well for where we're at currently. One thing I do like about this run is how it's going to be very different every time because of this boss fight. This boss fight is very unpredictable. Let's see, let's go over here. Really, neither of those hit. Terrible. It's okay, she only has 6. I'm really shocked that didn't hit me. There we go. Let's grab this one. Okay, we're getting close to the end here. That's unfortunate. It's okay, though. Grab those. Seriously? Okay. Good quick retransformation. Cool. Oh, seriously? Okay. Cool. Okay, that's what you hope doesn't happen. Notice how we had all the marbles away from her. But notice how she managed to collect a single one that she had dropped just because it was still in her path. She collected another one. That's unfortunate. Whew. Okay, so that's the boss fight. Timing ends when the refrigerator lands on Gem. I'll be real, this run did not go very well. But that's Earthworm Gem 3D for you. It's a short, volatile category, very volatile. I kind of like doing it for marathons for that reason, because I never really know exactly what I'm going to get, even though despite the run is super set in stone at this point. But time is coming, right, and time. That's Earthworm Gem 3D 80%. If you like short runs...
Oh, hey, GG.
Yeah, what was the final time? It can't be great.
16:03.
Oh my goodness, that's not great at all. I'm so sorry.
Hey, it happened. This looked like quite a run. Lots of things could go wrong.
Lots of things could go wrong, and lots of things did go wrong, despite derusting. So, for those of you who like a short, very challenging speed run, highly recommend. It's a lot of fun, and the PC version is really easy to get a hold of. It's on Steam. It's great. Yeah, that being said, I had a donation incentive, and I do believe it was met for Blindfolded Powerpuff Girls.
It was for sure.
Most excellent.
I'm really excited to see this. I don't know how one even does this.
I'll be honest, I don't know how I do it either. So let's get into it.
We are going to go to a quick intermission while this is set up, so everybody don't go anywhere. Maybe grab a drink. We'll be right back.